Hello, BookTube, from both of us, from me and the bean. Oh, she's such a standoffish little thing. I have a second mail haul. 2 boxes that arrived out of the blue. Wasn't expecting them. Thought we'd go through them together rather than wait, so that I know what I have and so that you get an extra sexy video to watch. Oh, the first one's fighting me. Oh, goodness. Let's cut this one open. Boxes are always fun. These could be finished copies of interesting, sexy things. You never know. Let's leave the scissors where we can get at them. What is this first one? Boxes can also sometimes, although not always, be bigger things, which is really good. This is for a couple of really enormous books coming out. What have we got here? Oh, gross. It's gross. I touched an invoice. Let's get rid of that. What have we got here? Oh, okay, great. Fantastic. This is connected with a phenomenon that I mentioned on this channel already. This is Gary Shaw's book, The Story of Tutankhamun, An Intimate Life of the Boy Who Became King. Not, in this case, Micah Cummins. Instead, the pharaoh Tutankhamun. This is wrapped in plastic. I suppose it doesn't have to stay that way, right? It's going to have to be opened anyway for James Holder to review it. So let's I don't have a sheet for this, so let's just see. Oh, it's a pretty thing, isn't it? It's a pretty thing. It's full of color photos. And it's a smaller size. I don't know if I have a hardcover that I can show it to you. No, no, I don't, because the only hardcover I've got nearby is also small. It's The Wife of Bath. So they are both small. That's not helping at all. I don't have any normal-sized hardcover nearby to show you. But this is part of a phenomenon that I mentioned on this channel. There's a glut of Tutankhamun-related books coming out, or out already. A glut of them. Big picture books, museum guides, and all kinds of biographies. There's like 6 biographies of Tutankhamun coming out this year. So what have we got here? The cover copy on all of these things will be much of a muchness. Brought up in an Egypt undergoing huge change, his father had turned his back on the traditional religion, destroyed statues of the old gods, and closed the ancient temples. Tutankhamun's early life was different from that of any prince before him. Then at the age of 10, he was abruptly thrust into the center of Egyptians' politics and power. The young pharaoh had to manage an empire, preside over religious ceremonies, navigate influential courtiers, and suffer the pain of losing at least 2 children, all before his 19th birthday. And some research also says that he was dealing with formidable physical ailments that whole time, too. After Tutankhamen's untimely death, neither Deb nor I had anything to do with it, so don't get that idea in your head. His successors attempted to remove him from history. It is only the chance survival of his tomb and the treasures within that brought him to the present day. And this is the story. So who is the author when he's at home? He's an author and journalist covering archaeology, history, and world heritage. Well, who isn't? He has a PhD, in Egyptology. Okay, there we go. And is the author of 6 books on ancient Egypt. Okay, great. So, the story of Tutankhamun. This goes right in the mail. Well, not right in the mail. It's a small thing, so I'll read it myself. I'm a little curious. I was interested in Tutankhamun before James Holder was born, so I think I'm allowed. This next one is fighting me as well. Fortunately, we kept the scissors right at hand. No need to fight with a package. The scissors will do their duty. What is this next one? The bean is slightly interested. Oh, you think this is a mouse, baby? This isn't a mouse. This is also one book. Also with an invoice. Gross. All right, these probably came from the same publisher. Yeah, probably they did. Yeah, they both came from Yale. What is this one? Here, always put the scissors back where they belong. Don't leave them where they are, or you will sit on them. Ooh. Okay. All right. Didn't know this one was coming. This is by Gabriel Glickman, and it's called Making the Imperial Nation, Colonization, Politics, and English Identity, 1660 to 1700. making the imperial nation. What have we got here? After 1660, English governments aimed to convert scattered overseas dominions into a coordinated territorial power base. Stuart monarchs encouraged schemes for the expansion in America, Africa, and Asia, tightened control over existing territories, and endorsed systems of slave labor to boost colonial prosperity. But English power was precarious, and colonial designs were subject to regular defeats and failed experimentation. Recovering from the recent civil wars at home, England itself was shaken by unrest and upheaval throughout the later 17th century. Colonial policies emerged from a kingdom riven with inner tensions, which it exported to enclaves overseas. This book reinstates the colonies within the domestic history of Restoration England. The author shows how the pursuit of empire raised moral and ideological controversies that divided political opinion and unsettled many received ideas of English national identity. That sounds pretty good. I don't have a date for this. I'm assuming that both of these are February releases, probably early February. Maybe they're out already, though. Oxford is usually pretty bad about that. They usually are. The story of Tutankhamun, the boy who became king, could easily be a 2022 release. Actually, this one could be too. I'll look them up and find out. But who is Gabriel Glickman? He's a university lecturer in early modern British history and a fellow of Fitzwilliam College at the University of Cambridge. Okay, great. So 2 works of nonfiction from the folks at Yale, bless their hearts. That's fantastic. I will probably read both of these tonight. I mean, I have a sort of a provisional reading bit to do tonight, but there's room. It's movable. And these things, I have a suspicion, are out already or are coming out real soon. And they're both right up my alley. Restoration England and Ancient Egypt, I'm fascinated by both. So I'll probably give them both a read tonight. I thought you should see them. The alternative would have been either to sit with boxes unopened, which would have been driving me crazy because there are a couple of things that I'm waiting for. Neither one of these are it, but there are a couple of things I'm waiting for, and that would really be, it would get a lot of machinery in motion if I had them. So that would have been bad alternative number 1, and bad alternative number 2 would have been to open them off camera. so we open them on camera, an extra video. It's not going to kill you. Anyway, I'll wrap this up for now, but I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.